Alright, so in this edition of the 9/11 investigation, I'm going to look into the insider trading. Now my plan is to make two videos on this. The first video today, I am going to look at just the insider trading that happened. What was the trading that happened? And in the next video, I'm going to, just look at, whether it was done by the government or not. The fact is there was insider trading. That's in even mainstream news says yes there was insider trading. The question is who did the insider trading? Was it the government? Was it terrorists? Was it investors? Who did it? That's the main question here. So the first article we're going to look at right here is from I actually already got the two articles I'm going to cover in the next video. I might get some more, but classified. I guess they're not classified anymore. But I got an excerpt from a German defense minister or something, and also an article from the New York Times. That's for tomorrow though. But this one is from CNN. Right here. Probes into suspicious trading. I'll start out reading here. Central banks and supervisory bodies in New York and across Europe are conducting investigations into what one European central banker says are ever clear signs of market manipulation. So basically, this European central banker says, yeah, the market was manipulated. And this does have to do with 9/11 too. I mean, it was written on September 24, 2001, and the subtitle reads, European and U.S. regulators are on the hunt for anyone who might have manipulated financial markets ahead of the terror attack in hope of profiting from it. So this is about 9/11. And it goes into say here on the second page, late last week the New York Stock Exchange reported that the parent companies of both American Airlines and United Airlines experienced sharp increases in short selling of their stocks in the month that ended the day before the attacks. Between August 10th and September 10th, the NYSE says, which is New York Stock Exchange, says short sales of UAL Corp increased 40%, American parent AMR Corp increased 20%, and aircraft manufacturer Boeing Corp increased 37%. Short sellers with advanced knowledge of the attack could have made millions. So it's basically, just outlines the details of, the actual, percentages of the stocks increasing. And they're not buying stocks, they like actually, like the stock, like the regular stock exchange. You buy a stock and you hope it goes up. Well, with this one, you buy a stock and if it goes down, you make money from it. So, there might be some confusion there. I just wanted to, clear that up there. Then we're going to go put this article to the side here. Go to this article from CBS News titled Profiting from Disaster. This one I found more alarming and more revealing than the CNN one, but I'll start off here. Sources tell CBS News that the afternoon before the attack, alarm bells were sounding over unusual trading in the U.S. stock options market. So not only was there's trades done and insider trading, but there was alarms before the attack. As sources tell CBS News. So that's just something there too. An extraordinary number of trades were betting that American Airlines stock price would fall. The trades are called puts, and they involved at least 450,000 shares of American. But what raised red flags is more than 80% of the orders were puts, far outnumbering call options. Those betting the stock would rise. Sources say that they never seen that kind of imbalance before, reports CBS News correspondent Cheryl Atkinson. Normally the numbers are fairly even. After the terrorist attacks, American Airlines stock price did fall, obviously, by 39%, and according to sources, that translated into well over $5 million total profit for the person or persons who bet the stock would fall. Then it goes on here to say, U.S. investigations want to know whether bin Laden was the ultimate insider trader, profiting from a tragedy suspected of masterminding to finance his operation. Authorities are also investigating possibility suspicious trading in Germany, Switzerland, Italy, and Japan. There's always the danger that the stock trail stops at the water's edge if the money came from banks in countries that don't cooperate with the U.S., but insider trading is always motivated by greed, and a senior Wall Street executive noted it would be ironic if the terrorist greed ended up providing one of the most promising leads investigators have. So would bin Laden and members of Al Qaeda insider trade? Possibly, but my view of it is they're not worried about the money aspect of it as much as they are committing the terrorist act. That's just my view. I don't know though. It's you can't fucking say did Al Qaeda insider trade? Did members of Al Qaeda insider trade? I don't know, but two reasons why they wouldn't. I'm not saying they didn't, but two reasons they wouldn't is one, they could be detected. It could lead to the detection of this plan, and two, I think they would be more worried about actually doing the act as opposed to profiting actual money from it. But I don't know. And then we'll go to this article from the San Francisco Gate here, titled "Suspicious Profits and Uncollected Airline Investors Seem to be Lying Low." Investors have yet to collect more than $2.5 million in the profits they made trading options in the stock of United Airlines before the September 11th terrorist attacks, according to a source familiar with the trades and market data. The uncollected money raises suspicions that the investors whose identities and nationalities have not been made public had advanced knowledge of the strikes. Usually if someone has a windfall like that, you take the money and run, said the source, who spoke on the condition of anonymity. Whoever did this thought the exchange would not be closed for 4 days. This smells real bad. The source and others in the financial industry speculate that the purchaser or purchasers, having initially assumed the money could be picked up without detection, now fear exposure or that the account has been frozen. There was an unusually large jump in purchases of put options of the stocks of UAL Corp and AMR Corp in the 3 business days before the attack on a major options exchange in the United States. On one day, UAL put option purchases were 25 times greater than the year-to-date average. In the month before the attack, short sales jumped by 40% for UAL and 20% for American. Other financial professionals have told the Chronicle that an estimated 5 to 10 million in all could have been made on the trades, including trading on other days and purchases of options on the parent company of American AMR Corp. 4 United and American aircraft crashed in the attacks. So that's basically it with the articles. So the however much money there is, I've heard again. They said it could be 2.5 million, 10 million. It's unclaimed. They haven't claimed it yet. And the person, or persons involved in the trade, their names aren't public. Which I find it hard to believe that they couldn't track with all the technology and the NSA. It's just so convenient. Like when the NSA actually needs to be used for something, it's unavailable. Like when the NSA needs to find somebody, using technology, find out what happened, it's unavailable. But it collects all this fucking data. Like I find it hard to believe that they can't identify the person who made that trade with all the fucking technology we have, with the NSA like recording our calls, and recording our emails and shit. I find it hard to believe that we couldn't find out who made the trade. And they didn't collect the money either. Which, it's sort of suspicious, but whoever it was, they, the stock's closed, so, I guess they couldn't take the money. So whoever it was, they probably wouldn't, take the money, because I guess that risks exposure and insider trading is illegal, so, that doesn't really ring that much of a bell to me, but again, it's like we obviously knew that bin Laden was going to attack. I've showed videos, the August 6th memo, the more warnings, and just we knew we had tons of warnings that bin Laden. Even one headline I believe said bin Laden attack or bin Laden attack imminent or something like that. So we knew that he was going to attack. So the government was one of those, knew that there was a good possibility that Bin Laden was going to attack. So is it possible that people in the government profit? Yeah, it's very possible, and that's what I'm going to get to in my next video. But this video, I just wanted to lay out the facts, tell you what happened, cover the mainstream news articles, and just say what the hell happened, And in the next video, I will get to, the actual, who did it, who did the insider trading. So there you go, people.